Hey everyone, welcome back to Workbench Wednesday. Yeah, I know it looks like a truck show here or something. All the mini trucks, micro, whatever, mini, micro, they were on, a lot of them were on sale. Some I just ordered from AliExpress, this one right here, FARC, A Main, and Hobby Etc. in Manchester, New Hampshire, local area. I ended up ordering it, shipping it because I wasn't going to be in the area anytime soon. For some reason, this is sitting crooked, and I don't know why. I did take one of the shocks off earlier. I wonder if I put it on the wrong spot. Anyways, we'll look at that later. There was sales, and I had some coupons, and I had some stuff, so I just, yeah, I told myself I was not going to go and get these two. When they came out, I saw 30, I saw 32. I said, no, 24 is the lowest I go, and here they are, of course. We'll start off with the D110. Love the looks of that truck. Horrible at climbing, obviously. A lot of junk in the trunk here. Don't want to take that tire off though because it just looks cool. Love the look of the truck. It's just going to be a scale truck. I want to make a course in my garage upstairs. Going to be a scale course, and then like maybe a section for like rocky stuff to do like the harder lines. This one's going to be more of the scale. Just have a fun, try the hard lines, but just to bomb around with. And love the look of it. I got some plans already for it. I got some wheels and tires coming from Batrazi. I want to add tail lights to it. I want to add the rear fog. I'm pretty sure that's what this one is. This little red one by itself. And that's the reverse light. So I want to see if I can get the reverse light going. Not going to do blinkers because blinkers are stupid. I want to put some kind of a light bar, I think, up here. I'm not sure yet. Kind of like is it the Range Rover that comes with it, or the Discovery? I don't know, one of those come with it, but I want to make something up here. Want to make these markers work. I think that the bottom are markers. I don't know. The top ones look kind of clear, so I'm not really sure. Also, I think this is an amber, and I think I can make that work. Kind of want to make that like a side marker also. So I got some plans for this. Like I said, the tires are coming, wheels are coming. Well, I think I might use the same tires, but wheels are definitely coming. They're like the brass. I'll put a picture here if I can remember somewhere on this screen. But yeah, just to get some low weight going. Also, I have the brass steering link, brass servo mount, and brass horn. I think that's it. There's a couple things coming. I just don't remember what. Just to kind of give it some low down weight, just to help it out. So that's just fun to watch bomb around. I mean, look at that. It's just cool to see. You guys saw the Tacoma, I think last week or so, I believe. I don't remember. Got some plans for this. Right now I have a Enjoy purple motor in there with the Hobby Plus Rock Van, I believe, ESC. Yes, Rock Van ESC in there. Also made up a little mount. Everyone that made a battery mount for the front here made it so it clips onto the frame. I don't know if the people that do FCX24M stuff are just afraid to undo screws or not, but I don't want that popping off. So I made one that slides on the frame rail by taking these 4 screws out, slide it on, you put the bumper back on, and now it's like on there solid. And I do dual lock for everything, so that's not going anywhere. I've been trying a couple things out. I tried a couple of brushless stuff. Well, no, one brushless thing. It was like working-ish okay. I put the metal spur gear in here, and it is the noisiest thing I've ever heard. And then I put the plastic one back in, and it was quiet again. So then I was like, well, maybe I'll play with the mesh a little bit, because you can adjust it a little bit, but not much, because it has its own like holes for where the motors go. But even the stock motor, and this Enjoy motor, and the Spectrum brushless motor I put in here, the metal spur gear is so noisy. Oh, you can't hear it. I was wondering. No, you can't really hear it. But when it's driving, I might put the plastic one in there until it strips, and then maybe put the metal one back in, because it's too noisy and it's really annoying. Also waiting on parts for this from Batrazi. I got some Sheriff wheels, they're called, coming, brass ones. I want to put maybe these tires on, but I also bought some of their 48mm tires to put on the wheels. So yeah, that should look pretty good. Also, steering link. I accidentally bought the aluminum steering link. Well, they work on both of these, but I think that one needs the weight down more and more. So I'm going to put the brass one on there. I accidentally bought an aluminum one, so I'll put that one on here. Brass servo mount, brass servo horn, and I don't remember. I could have sworn I bought an aluminum skid for both of these, but I guess I didn't. So I'm either going to have to order that, or I might make something up to get rid of this, because it hits so hard right there on both of these. We'll see. This also is going to be getting tail lights and hopefully reverse lights, especially when I have right now, if it stays with this, the Hobby Plus Rock Van, I'm pretty sure this one can do reverse lights. I know the Arctos and Terranaut one can, but I'm pretty sure the Rock Van did too. So I want to throw in the reverse lights, definitely at least put in tail lights. I'm thinking about taking this rack off. I'm not a huge fan of it. I want to black out the bed so it doesn't look so flat. So hopefully it looks like it has a, if it's black, at least it won't look like it's boom right there. I don't want to, I know this can be unbolted, but I don't want to make anything because, actually, you know what? I guess I could make it a little deeper because I moved the battery to the front. So it's really just the shock tower I have to worry about. And if I keep it this low, the shock here, technically I could chop that off and make it. Okay, that might be a thing. I might lower the bed down and give it a little bit of depth. We'll see. Want to do a little driver. I thought about cutting these out because I think there's supposed to be a fog light here in the real truck and putting like a little LED in there. So the little orange in there, the amber, I think are markers in the real truck. And I think that I could put an LED behind that to make it a marker too. More cosmetic-y. Again, this is going to be kind of like this one where it's more scale just for fun. Maybe try some hard lines, obviously, a little bit, because that one's definitely not going to do much hard lines, but this one will probably do a little bit better since it's smaller. And then this one is an LDRC. It's like an LD18499, I think it's called. And it is a $25 to $30 RC that I had heard about on the Crawler Canyon Discord. Someone had posted about it. And I was like, you know what? Even if it's crappy, I like the body. I like this cage and the panels. So even if I don't like the rest of it, don't mind the wheel. I'm trying to slow out. Even if I don't like the rest of it down here, I'll use this for something. That's kind of what it ended up turning into. I literally went to go do the review on it. And before I even ended the review, I started swapping stuff out. It has the Arctos ESC receiver in it. Put these wheels on, LGRP gripper tires. It has Arctos shocks on it. And I swapped the LEDs out because I went to go, use the stock LEDs for these headlights in the ESC. But apparently that 6 volts that comes out of there, I believe it was too much for these. So this must have been, the BEC on the stock one of this must have been running like 3 volts or something. Because as soon as I turned it on, I was putting some stuff away and all of a sudden these just smoked. And so I threw in some LEDs that I had laying around. I think that was it. Yeah, that's all I've done so far. But I went and played with it the other day, and it kept cutting out on me. And I don't know if it was the battery or not. But I'm thinking about just putting an MB100 into this. I'm also thinking about if it's a gearing thing, that maybe I'll swap out, make my own skid. Because I can't do anything with these links, because it's the ball for this in here, and all these links on this side are part of this skid. Like you can't, if you take this off, the ball is still there on any of these. So as it was, I had to swap out the ball ends on these, get these shocks to work and everything, which is fine, but I couldn't do anything on this side. So I can't put any normal, I was like, oh, I'll throw in some like Arctos links maybe, or something. I have the Rock Van, Arctos, Terranaut, SCX24 links laying around. I was like, make something work, but none of them would work because of these balls here. So I'm thinking about making my own skid and putting that transmission on it, or putting like an SCX24 transmission on it, or I have a Red Cat Ascent 18 transmission, and I also have I will when I do it. I bought the helical gears for the Arctos transmission, and I thought about putting the stock gears into the stock plastic transmission housing because I have all the parts to do that, and I could put an Arctos 2-speed into here. Not sure what I want to do. I think first I'm going to try the MB100 in here and see how it goes. It just kept cutting out on me, but I don't know if it was the battery or not. Also, I need to figure out, this is the battery container. This is the battery cover, and it doesn't really click on because it's meant to have a screw in it. That just shows you kind of how toyish this ended up being. And it pops open all the time. So I'm thinking about cutting out the bottom here and lowering it. And then that way the dual lock is lower. Because right now with the dual lock in the battery, it won't close all the way correctly. You can make it kind of work, and then like, this area is just enough, but it pops open all the time. And then I was thinking about on the edges, make like little magnets. So this, has a magnet on here and then right here, and it clicks down. Just something to hold it, because this isn't enough. And every time it falls, it just pops open. Other than that, I just love the look of it. I wanted it a little wider, and I have these wheels that are off of my daughter's deadbolt that she wanted different wheels on. So I was like, you know, I think the pink and the green, it's like a light green, teal, go okay together. So I might do these wheels just to get it a little wider. As you can see, it sticks out, you know, another 4 millimeters, 5 millimeters. So we'll see. These axles kind of look like Toyota axles, so I'm going to try to keep them as long as I can. And just because they look good. If not, I'll throw some other, I don't know. Like I said, I'll just use the body and throw it on top of an STX24 or something. Who knows? But yeah, and then onto these guys. What I said I would never buy, and then I ended up buying. I'll cut to the chase. This one's better than this one. That's just how it is. This one out of the box can actually do a slow crawl. It's not as noisy. It's way smoother. Everything underneath is like people catch on this all the time. The drive shaft hangs below the links on this one. This one's tucked up inside because of the worm gears. It's smoothed over on this diff. It's got an angled skid. It's got bent links. The links are thicker than on this one. It's just kind of all around a little bit better, and it doesn't look like a toy. That's kind of one of the big things that annoys me about this, and also this. I cannot believe that this is that bad. And then you have this. This is just friction shocks. It's so much better. This is no friction. They just put just at least if they at least did a friction shock, it would have been a little bit better and I would have tolerated it, but this is just ridiculous. But it's also a little too tall. It just, the shocks just look toyish. Like everything, this is the thing. I've kind of fallen in love with how ugly it is, and I'm kind of falling in love with that I want to upgrade everything already. So not good, but I'm going to. I'm kind of trying to embrace the ugly on this one. I also bought a clear body so I can paint it how I want. So yeah, I like it enough. It can't slow crawl to save its life. It jitters, jump. So this one, you can slow crawl. Oh, also I hate that they put this stupid clip on here like they did the Ascent 18, because my Ascent 18 kept breaking it. I 3D printed one, kept breaking it, and I just ended up putting a bolt in it with a washer, and then just only took the front off like this to change the battery. So I know this is going to break. Look how small it is. It's like 2 millimeters. I love how this one I'm afraid to break it though because I'm still new at this. Just pops off. That's great. And then you put it back on, it slides back on. Like I just got to get used to doing this and not feeling like I'm going to break it. I'm just so it's because it's new. It just works, and I can slow crawl it, and I don't even need to upgrade it yet. I feel like I just like it. I'm gonna keep it like this for a while, maybe eventually. I want to put some different wheels and tires on just to add some weight and stuff, but even the tires aren't that bad though. A little bit bigger lug would have been nice, I think, because these are more like a street-ish, all-terrain, but it is what it is. But and what's funny is this, it fits literally in the roof rack. It's like you can just tote around your extra little Bronco if you want to. So yeah, and they're not even done. I still have one more to open up. I just haven't done it yet because I haven't had time. I got a TRX4M High Trail. They were on sale recently. Toy City had it for 20% off. I got it for like $140. It ended up being less. So this was their price, but I think their price ended up being like $170 and then $40 off of that, or whatever 20% off was to make it to $143-ish. I've been wanting a TRX4M, and this is what they had, and I'm just going to make this more of a mud-ish kind of truck. I think everyone's pretty much made it a mud truck, but I kind of just want to make this kind of like what my dad, I guess, would build, and I would have built, if we were building one together. Because, look at that truck over there, and then look at this truck. You know what I mean? So, but I want to make this one functional a little bit better than that one because that's a metal body, and it'll just be cool. So I found that I think it's TCRC makes a wheel that's kind of close to this. It's not exactly, but it's a brass ring with aluminum. I believe it was. If not, it's just all aluminum. I got that coming, and I have the brass for the axles coming just to give it lower weight, just so it doesn't flip over as easy. I'm not going to go crazy with it. I was told that the ESC is pretty garbage, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe an MB100 thrown in there. Try to keep a stock motor. We'll see. I know the gears, they say, are horrible for crawling, but I'm not going to crawl so much with it. So we'll see. So, but yeah, I got that going on. I think that's about it for most of the new stuff like that. I don't think there's anything else new. I saw that the Terranaut was together, I believe. There should be a video coming on that. I'm just trying to finish up this stuff, and I'll be finishing up the video on that. Yeah, so on to one of the winter projects that are coming up is a Unimog by Casadio, I believe his name was. It's sold on UImagine and I believe on maybe Colts 3D. I don't remember. But it's a huge, like 1/6 sized Unimog. It's like it's a meter long, so over 3 feet long. It's huge, and that's gonna be my winter project. And it's mostly black, frame and all that stuff. And then the cab, I was trying to figure out what color I wanted, and I found this. I was gonna try PCTG for my filament choice. It's a little bit stronger than PETG and this and that, and so I just figured I'd grab some and try it. And it printed well so far. This is the first print off of it. This is gonna be the cab color. It's like an olive green PCTG. And that's 0.16 layer height. First print I ever did with it, and it just came right out. I mean, I got to fix a little bit of the surface is a little rough, but not bad. And then I ended up breaking this one myself because I leaned on it with I grabbed it with my finger to pick it up, and I shouldn't have. But look, there's like no stringing. It's good. This is like this test print to see the color and see if you need to modify anything. So I started printing all the black frame parts and everything so far. There's 102 print plates that are already ready, set up to print. And each one of them have at least 3 to 4 parts in the bigger stuff, but then you print everything. The gearbox is fully printed. The axles are fully printed. The gears inside the axle, fully printed. The wheels are printed, but I'm going to try to make an adapter to do 12 millimeter hexes on it. I think someone else was saying they were going to try to make one too, because I have some wheels that I'd like to work on that. I'd like to run on it. So these ones right here, actually. I had them on the SCX10 6x6 for a while, and I did try them on the Jolly Green. But I think these would look good because the Unimog kind of looks like a industrial kind of military wheel, and then I think the color will go. You guys can't see it too well, but this is a lighter kind of maybe olive green, goldish color, and then this is olive green, of course. But the lights in here just aren't picking it up right. But they are not as close as they look in that camera. But I think they're going to look good together. So I'd like to try those. These did really good on both those trucks. So it'd be sweet to do. Yeah, I think that's about it for what I have to talk to you guys about. I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Mine was really good. We got our first big snowstorm today. I think 5 to 6 inches at least. We're supposed to get up to 8+, but I don't know if we got that far really. It didn't seem like it really got that deep. But I also didn't measure. We'll see. I think I got some, like I said, I got some parts coming. The reviews of these are all, this one was already done. This one's in the works. I just got to edit it. Just edited this one. Got to edit this one. Just got to finish the ending of that and edit. Yeah, I got a bunch in the works. So we'll see. And then I still have trucks to build. Oh boy. Anyways, I will see you on the next one. I hope you have a good day.